Okay, hello you guys. Y'all are probably like, why have you not created a video in forever? Well, the answer to that would be that I broke my computer. I don't know how I broke my Mac computer, but I broke it. So it's in the process of getting fixed. So until then, I am probably going to be going live for I know I'm gonna do it today, and today was unexpected. So a lot of people are not gonna tune in, but that's okay. But I'll probably go live again if I'm not busy on Saturday. And yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to answer a lot of y'all's questions. If you do have questions while I'm going over this, hi Sean. If y'all have questions while I'm going over this, please ask me because I'm going to do this again and yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll answer y'all's questions first. Let me see if I can actually see them. Um, I'm not sure how this thing works. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, how did you study for the word knowledge? There is no way to study for that. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm an honest person. If you don't know me from my YouTube, I'm a very honest person. But the only way that you can really study for this, for the word knowledge part, anyways, is basically to learn your prefix and your root words. I tell people that all the time. I tutor people, and I basically just tell them practice your prefix and your root words. Let me see. I actually have some stuff over here that I'm going to show y'all. Um, but these things, yeah, practice all of those. Now, there are some words in life that you will not be able to use those with. So I would definitely recommend that you download dictionary.com. It is a app. The words like they pop up on the like on my notifications every morning I wake up there's a new word. Write them down, study that word, because at the end of the day you don't know exactly what is going to be on that word knowledge. They are changing the test now where I think it's you take 09E is the test form, and it has 60 word knowledges. So that's a lot of word knowledge. I didn't get that test. I don't know exactly what test form I had. I think I had 05E or 06E. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. But I had 30 arithmetic and reasoning and 30 science questions. That's a lot for me anyways, but I passed it, so that was a good thing. But as far as word knowledge, that there is not really a way to study for it. You don't know what words are going to be on the test. Again, my personal um thing is to definitely do your arithmetic and reasoning. Excuse me, do your prefix and your root words, and you may even want to study your suffix. And just write words down. Go check out a book, a magazine, and I guess that's really the only way to pass that part, and actually know the words. Um, what branch would you consider the most without being biased? Okay, so without being biased, if you want something easy, if you want something that you don't have to work that much with, I would say Air Force. Um, I'm not really too confident on the Navy. I know a lot of people, I actually tutor a lot of people that are in either the Air Force or Navy. So I'm assuming that the Navy is something that is easy too. I'm not sure, but for anybody that is looking to make money, again, trying not to be biased, but anybody that is looking to make money and rank fast, and I mean, you know exactly what you want your job to be, I would definitely recommend Army. Only because you're going to sign your contract and you're going to have that job for as many years as you sign for. Um, but again, if you're looking for something easy and you don't want to travel that much, I would definitely recommend that you do Air Force, or Navy. Marines, I'm pretty sure, I think that they definitely do travel, and Army definitely does travel too. Yeah. So going back to filling y'all in on my Asvab life. If you have not subscribed yet, please go do and subscribe. I'm going to try to have more videos up more. Again, I don't have a computer right now, so now I'm going live, which is really strange for me. But anyways, so basically I am 24 now. When I started this journey, I was 23. I started it back in January. For anybody that follows me, you already know that. I've taken the test twice already. I took the test twice, and I scored a 28 both times. Yeah, y'all are probably like, how did you do that? Well, the first time I took it was in January, and I was just going in there going, okay, well, I really don't know what's on this test. And I really didn't have any materials or for real anything. Only thing I think I had was ASVAB for Dummies. So I studied as much as I thought I was studying and scored 28. And that was depressing, but I was like, again, I didn't know what was on this test. And I also took the PICAT first. My recommendations, I wouldn't, I don't like the PICAT. I don't like the PICAT because it's a confirmation test. So basically, it's like you have to get the things when you took the PICAT. I took the PICAT at home. A lot of people are not taking them at home anymore. They're either taking them at home or they're taking them in the recruiter station. I took my PICAT at home. So when I took the PICAT, um, it my recruiter really didn't tell me much on it. He was just like, "This is something new that they're doing. Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Sure." I get to take it at home, and then I have to go to MEPS and basically verify to take it. Um, well, if you don't know anything about the PICAT, know this. If you do take the PICAT at MEPS, you must get everything correct and you must get everything wrong. I know it just sounds real dumb, but the things that you got wrong when you took it at home or the recruiter station, you have to continuously get them wrong at MEPS. The things that you got right, you must get it right at MEPS, or else it kind of like opts you out the test and you have to take the full 3-hour test. Well, going in there, I thought I was only gonna be in there for 30 minutes because that's what they told me. I was only gonna be in there for 30 minutes. Comes out, I was in there for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah. So, if nobody pre-warned you, I already did. If anybody on here is getting ready to take your PICAT at MEPS, please understand that you must do it that way. And even still, sometimes that doesn't even work because um my husband actually took the PICAT also, and he said he memorized everything from that test, and ooh, excuse me, and they still bumped him to the 3-hour test. Luckily, because he was lucky, he scored a 45. Yay him, whatever. I'm just like, I'm salty just a little bit, but he scored a 45, and he's currently in basic training right now as we speak. But so I took the PICAT. Yeah. Anyways, so I spent about total altogether on trying to pass this ASVAB. I spent probably about $1,500, if not more. And I ran into a lot of people that have spent about that much money on tutors, on these apps, on books, all types of stuff. And once I started telling people like what I was doing and how I passed, they were like, wow, that's crazy. Well, anyways, so March, I was set up to take the test again. Now, I had hired two tutors, not one, but two, y'all, two tutors. I hired two tutors, and one was $25 an hour, another one was $35 an hour. And I was going to them faithfully at least once to twice a week. And I was also working, and I retook the test again in March, and I scored again a 28. So not only did I wait only a month, I waited almost 2 months to retake the test, and I still ended up scoring a 28. So by the time April came, I was frustrated because I honestly thought I could not take the test again until 6 months later. Um, I went to a different recruiter because my recruiter just, I didn't feel like he cared about me. So I went to a different recruiter and they were like, oh, well, you have one more chance before you have to take it again in 6 months. So I was immediately relieved because I was so stressed out that day. Like, I'm not a crybaby, but I cried. I cried for a long time that day. And when I finally got the strength to go out and speak to another recruiter about what my situation was, he was like, "Yeah, you can definitely take it again in a month if you want to." But I was like, I will take it again when somebody or when my tutor says I'm ready. Now I ended up going through a different tutor, and I was just like, "You know what? I don't want to do this anymore." So not only was I beating on myself to quit, but I just was like, "Okay, well, let me try to find a Facebook page." And so I found Asvab Masteries. If you're not on their Facebook, go ahead and add them if you have not already taken your test. And even if you have taken your test, they help a lot, even like with AIT. Like you'll see people on there that are getting ready to leave, and and they'll tell you like I've been stressed out and everything. So basically get on Asvab Masteries and yeah, so I started off on there. Somebody comment, I was like, "Look, this is my story. I started YouTube. Like, I want to take people through my journey and all types of stuff." So basically, somebody wrote me and was like, "Look, there's this guy, and he helps you pass the ASVAB." And I was like, "What? What guy? Like, what the world?" So they mentioned to me Mr. Andy. So I called Mr. Andy and I said, "Look, Mr. Andy." I've been struggling for the past since January. I was like, I've taken this test twice and I got a 28. And he was like, look, don't worry about anything else. He was like, you're going to pass this test and I'm going to help you pass. And I was like, what? So basically, he was like, yeah, I'm going to help you pass. And I was like, okay, well, cool. So I basically, at the time, the class was only about $50 to $60. We'll talk more about the price and stuff later, but at the time, the class was only $60. So I was like, okay, well, it's only a one-time fee and I could take as many classes as I want to. So I ended up paying the $60 and I took a class that night, or it was like a week later or something. I got my book and I ended up starting class. When I tell y'all this was the best thing that I invested into, best thing. Some people do not like him. Some people do not like the classes. That is perfectly fine. That is your opinion. But me, I passed with Mr. Andy. So from the month of April, I started taking Mr. Andy. I was also working a full-time job, like full time. And I was trying to study at work, and my boss was like, "Look, you can't do that here." And I'm like, all right, well, I don't really want to be at this job anyway. So I talked to my husband, and this became about May because Mr. Andy's classes sometimes, and some of y'all are already in Mr. Andy's class. Y'all will know that Mr. Andy will run from 7 to almost 12 o'clock at night. Yeah, I was on Skype at 12 o'clock at night. And it became stressful because I have a husband, I have a child, and I have everything else in life. And I was like, okay, well, look, this is something that I want to do. I need to pass this ASVAB. So I ended up, and this is just out of the leap of faith of God. I ended up quitting my job May 26th, a couple of days after my birthday, after I turned 24. Um, I ended up quitting my job because I was like, look, I need to get into the army. I want to get into the military. There's nothing that's going to stop me. There's nobody and there's nothing in this world that is going to stop me. So, and I don't know about y'all, but I had a lot of negative Nancy's. That's what I call them. And even still today, I have a lot of negative Nancy's that think that it's okay to tell me, or maybe even y'all, that, okay, it's okay that, you didn't pass it twice. So we don't think that this is for you. Or maybe God's trying to tell you this is not for you. My thing is, every time I studied, y'all, and I tell people this all the time, every time you pick up that pen, you are to pray. You are to pray that God take all your distractions away and do everything else. So that is something that I did every single time that I picked up my pen. I was praying to God and I'm like, look, God, I need to pass this test because I got a lot of negative Nancy's out there and I need to prove a point. And not only do I need to prove a point to them, I really don't need to prove anything to them. So only thing I need to prove was to myself and to my family because that's who I was doing this for. So I ended up excuse me. I ended up taking Mr. Andy's class in April, quit my job in May, studied all the way from May until July 28th. Now, as I mean studying, as y'all can see, I started off using the ASVAB for Dummies. And then I would use like other programs and other certain programs. I also have the book, what is that called? Asvab Premiers Kaplan. I know a lot of people are using that one. Um, a lot of the stuff I wasted money on. Straight up, I wasted money, and it's okay because it's a learning experience. But the things, and I will tell y'all what I recommend that y'all use at the end of this video. But there are certain things that don't work, and because you have to realize that the ASVAB, they want you that it's easy, and I only say that because I've done it, I've been there, I've tasted it, I've done everything. So the ASVAB is easy, but it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's mentally easy. If you think too much into it, you won't pass it. So a lot of these books have you like learning math all the way back from middle school or elementary school, better yet. They have you learning these math stuff and stuff that you don't even need to know that's not on the test. But anyway, so they're trying to get money off of you, and that's fine because they got money out of me too, but it's cool. Um, but as far as there are some people out there that don't need to pay money to pass the ASVAB, and kudos to you because I wish I was like you, but I'm not like you. So I ended up basically, again, I took Mr. Andy's from April to September. That is my own preference on how long I took. I didn't feel like I was ready, and I wanted him to tell me when he felt like I was ready. I even seen Mr. Andy. A lot of people don't see Mr. Andy. I went to North Carolina. I'm currently in South Carolina. I went to North Carolina and I took a couple of in-house classes. Like I was determined to pass this. Every day I got off work until I quit my job. Every day I got off work. Every Friday I would take off early and I would drive an hour just to go sit in this man's class to understand how to do these problems because I was determined to pass. Now, once my husband said, "Okay, well, look, you're determined to pass. You want to quit your job?" And I was like, "Yes, let's quit." Quit in May. I Mr. Andy started. Well, we me and a couple of other people definitely wanted Mr. Andy to start a Facebook page. So he started that Facebook page, and that way he could reach out to more people because at that time our classes weren't that big. I was in a class with at least 3 to 4 people. That was it. That was it. Now some of these people are in these classes with like 17, 18 people. Yes, this class has grown to a max and it's great. But where was I going with that? Sorry, y'all. This is why I do videos. This is why I edit them because I get sidetracked. But anyways, so when I started off with Mr. Andy, it was only 3 people in the class. Now there's 17 or 18 or 20. I don't know if y'all are in Mr. Andy's. Please comment below and let me know exactly how many people are in these classes because don't know. I haven't been in these classes in forever. But anyways, so with that being said, I actually found somebody in the group that was freaking marvelous. And she and me and her, we studied some nights till 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, I studied for 6 hours a day. My day for studying was 9 o'clock. I got up about 9. This is after I quit my job. I got up about 9 every morning. And I started about 9:30. This is summertime also, so my child was with her grandparents. So I'll get up about 9, I'll start studying, and then, around 12 or 1, I would do another subject for about an hour. So I broke my classes down just like if you were in high school. You do a class for like an hour and 30 minutes and then you do like a physical activity. My physical activity was getting up and getting something to eat because I got to a point where I'm being real with y'all. I got to a point where I was stressed out and I really wasn't eating the way I was supposed to be eating. So I had to like clock my times in for eating. It got that serious for me. But again, I take things to a whole nother level most of the time, most of my life, but it's okay because that's me. But anyways, so I made a schedule for myself and I tell people all the time, make a schedule for yourself because once you have something that says, okay, well, I'm doing this at from 9 to 10. I'm doing this from 11 to 12. Then I'm going to take a lunch break. I did this like I was in school, like on a regular school basis. But I also was trying to go for a lab technician in the army, which is I think I had to score. I'm not sure what I had to score, but I know I had to have a ST score of a 95, and my GT had to be like 60 something. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. But basically, yeah, so I did all that. So there are going to be, and at the end of this, July 31st, 2017, I ended up passing my test with a 46. Yeah, I just answered that. My GT, well, what was my GT score? My GT score was 100. Yeah, I bragging rights. I beat my husband by not too much, but I beat him, and that's all that matters. But anyways, we're that we had that type of marriage where we kind of compete against each other. But anyways, that doesn't matter. Um, yeah, my GT score was 100. But to answer some of y'all's questions, and let's see. Somebody said I tested last month and got a 26. How long should I wait to test again? I want to test at the end of this month. To be honest with you, it's all about you and the way that you study. If you want to retake the test in a month and you feel like you're ready, then you feel like you're ready. Me, I waited over, how long did I wait? I think I waited like 4 or 5 months before I even retested, and that's just because of my own preference. Again, if you want to, you can retest anytime that you feel like it. I didn't feel like I was going to be ready, and I was still doubting myself. So I feel like once you get finished doubting yourself, and once you are finished, saying, "Okay, well, I think I can do it." No, no, no. When you say, "Oh, I know I can do it," then you're ready to test. You are ready to test. When you are going through these problems, like with flying colors, you are ready to test. And that's just being honest. Um, let's see what somebody else said. Um, yeah, those army recruiters be glitching. That's why I switched. Yeah, again, it all depends on, I switched recruiters enough times. I'm not gonna tell y'all how many times. You have to go back and watch my videos. But I switched recruiters enough time until I found somebody that actually cared about me. And I actually ran into this recruiter by mistake. I was going to help somebody else out, and I love him. He checks on me, and a lot of y'all know I cannot leave for basic until my husband excuse me, until my husband gets back from AIT, which will be December the 11th. So I could not even continue my process until December the 11th. So for right now, I'm just really just trying to help people pass this ASVAB. Um, so I know probably a lot of y'all are like, well, a lot of reasons why we click on your videos because of Mr. Andy, and we need to find out like how much he costs and all extra stuff. I'm thinking right now, Mr. Andy cost about $80. He does do payment plans, so I've heard. Um, did I see, let's see, what was your biggest regret on taking tutors? My biggest regret, I don't regret anything because everything was a learning experience. I took certain things from different tutors. And when the last tutor I had, his name is Kieno Thomas. He also has a YouTube. So if anybody wants to look him up, I actually paid about $20 an hour, and I took him 2 days out of the week. So I paid about $40 a week to take this man's class, which was fine with me because I needed to pass. But any regret doing the tutors? No, I don't have any because I learned something from the four. Did I have four tutors or three? I have four tutors. I went through four tutors. It's probably not good. But anyways, from the four tutors that I did have, and some of them even quit on me. Like I had one guy, I was taking him because I'm in South Carolina again. I was taking him and I was going to the library every day I got off of work about it was on Thursdays and Saturdays. He was in the reserves. He went to his thing that they have to do every weekend, and he just never contacted me back. So I had people quit on me, which was okay, because he actually taught me some things. He taught me that I need to read my AR problems out loud or I don't understand them, and that's cool because that's just the way I understand things. But as far as a regret on tutors, no, I don't have a regret on any. um, th- Basically, my thing is that if I like you, I'm going to recommend you. If I don't like you, I will not recommend you. There are some people out here that I will not recommend y'all to, and only because the way that they teach, I did not like. I'm a visual learner, and yeah, people think that they can just teach you any type of way, even when you tell them, look, this is the way I learn, and I need to be taught this way. The last tutor I had, again, I told him exactly the way I learned, and he made his schedule fit mine. And he also, I mean, we worked together. We worked together very well, and I liked him. And he praised me every time I got a problem. Right? He was like, "Girl, what you need me for?" And I'm like, "Oh, I need you because I don't understand this stuff." And he'd be like, "But you do understand it, and you do know it." And so by the time I retook a practice test, because if y'all, I have a video out there that basically says when I went to a new recruiter, my mom was stationed in Alabama, so I went to a recruiter down there, um, and I took my practice test there. And this practice test, which was weird, it was, I don't know about y'all, if you do know anything about this 3-part practice, was it 2-part practice test? It was the word knowledge and it was arithmetic and reasoning. I've never taken that practice test. In South Carolina, they give us the 3 or 4-part one. Yeah, I never took the 2-part one, and I beat myself up so bad about that practice test, like, it was bad, because I only made a 34? I don't know, don't quote me, you have to go watch the video again because I'm not sure. I think I made a 34 on my practice test, and so, once you pass, like, at a 31 or whatever, they're like, "Okay, well, we think you're ready to take it." That was nerve-wracking for me because I just knew when I went in to take this practice test that I was gonna score at least a 40 or higher. And when I did not, that beat me up something tough. But it's okay because um I beat myself up for no reason. And it's okay because a lot of us do whenever we take these. When do I ship off? I do not know. I know it sounds stupid. I do not know. Again, I have to wait for my husband to get back from AIT, which will be December the 11th. I'll probably ship off sometime between January and March, and I will do a whole video on that, on when I will actually be shipping off. I don't know when I'll have a ship date, and when I do get one, oh y'all will definitely be the first ones to know because y'all are like family to me, and y'all are really the only ones that I talk about this to, because again, there's so many negative Nancy's, but it's okay because it's okay. Have you taken your physical already? N- this is also another video that I have out there. I went to MEPS. Sorry, it really frustrates me. I went to MEPS and they basically were like, "Oh, your husband's in basic training." I'm like, "Yeah, so." They're like, "Well, you have a kid, so you can't do anything until he gets finished with AIT." So basically, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and went to a hotel in Montgomery, Alabama for no reason. None. Zero. And I live all the way in South Carolina. So Montgomery from South Carolina is about 5 to 6 hours. Yeah. That's because my recruiter was there, but now I have a recruiter, excuse me, in Columbia, South Carolina, because that's where I'm at. So, yeah, I haven't taken the physical yet, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty easy. Sorry. It looks pretty easy. Again, once I do take the physical, I will post a video whenever I do that. I should be doing that around December 15th, between that before Christmas, basically. But I'll definitely post a video up about that. Somebody said I just joined his class. I haven't took the ASVAB yet because I keep hearing that it changes the more you take it. So I just want to knock it out the first time. And honestly, I'm not confident yet. Um, my advice to you would be I'm glad that you joined Mr. Andy's class because he's a wonderful teacher. I don't know if you haven't seen that yet, but he's a wonderful teacher. Um, and to be honest with you, you have 3 tries before you have to retake the test in 6 months. So the test doesn't really change. Um, the test does not really change. It's the different test forms. Um, Yeah, so no test is the same. Let's be honest. I haven't heard of one test being the same. I think I probably took O5E twice. But again, no test is the same. They are changing the test. The government is changing that test. One test, O9E, I talked about in this video earlier. O9E is a test that has the 60 word knowledge on there. And then there's another test that I took was the 30 arithmetic, well, excuse me, the 30, yeah, arithmetic and reasoning, and the 30 science. I am tutoring excuse me, another somebody else that said that there are 20, I think he just told me, he told me today. There are 20 paragraph comprehensions on one. Again, every test is different. They're changing it up. I guess they're testing something with us new people that are trying to take this test. I'm not sure. The first time I took it, the first 2 times I took it, it was 15 of each question. Wish I would have passed it then, but it's okay. I didn't because I didn't. Um, Leo. Hey, Leo. I'm sorry. I've been running around my chicken like with a chicken with their head cut off. And if I have not replied to anybody who has emailed me, please message me on Facebook. That is the best way for me to reply back because I have 2 emails and they have a lot of stuff that comes to them. So if I have not replied back, I probably did read it and I do apologize for that. If you do not have a Facebook, please email me at caledrafoster.com. Write me on YouTube to let me know that you have emailed me because I get sidetracked. I am a Gemini and it has nothing to do with it, but it has a lot to do with it. I get sidetracked very easily. So I will probably read your message and go and do something else and totally forget that you had a message. And I do apologize for that. I am really honestly trying to get better because I do have a lot of people that email me constantly on a daily. Message me on Facebook. You can even message me on any other social media. I have a Snapchat. I have a Instagram. So if you cannot get in contact with me through my email and I do not reply to you back, please find me on Facebook. My name is spelled Caledra. I am also thinking about starting my own Asvab Facebook page. If y'all think that will help y'all out, please let me know because I'm really trying my best to help everybody out as much as I can. Um, um, yeah, so, but going back to basically telling y'all about more about Mr. Andy because, or basically telling y'all about the way that I passed. Now, I use several different things, but these are the things that worked for me. I got a tutor. Did I really need him? Probably not, but why not? It was extra stuff that I used. I used Mr. Andy. Now, Mr. Andy's going to tell you, I'm not going to curse because I don't curse, but Mr. Andy is going to tell you, stop looking at those doggone websites. Stop looking at these extra books. I'm giving you what is on the test. He tells you that all the time. And to be honest with y'all, there is things in this book that I seen that were exactly on my test. No lie. I would not lie to y'all. And I have no reason to lie to y'all because I don't know half of y'all. And some of y'all do know. But straight up, there are things in that book that was on. I mean, I seen exact things that were on my test. Don't know how he gets them. I don't care how he gets them because I passed my test and that's all that matters to me. um Another thing that I wish I would have known about before I took my test was ASVAB boot camp. um Look into it. I seen somebody, and the only reason why I looked into it was because on the Asvab Masteries, if you have not added them on Facebook, please go add them on Facebook, Asvab Masteries. Um, I looked on there and somebody went from a 46 to a 89 or something like that, or 86. I can't remember, but I remember it was from the 40s to 80. And he only thing he used was Asvab Bootcamp. He didn't even use Mr. Andy. But he used Asvab Bootcamp. Um, I use both Mr. Andy's and the ASVAB Bootcamp, and that is the only thing that I recommend to people. And there's another book. It's called The Passkey to the ASVAB, $10 book by Barton's, I think. I don't know. I just sent somebody my book, so I don't have it anymore to even show y'all what it looks like. But I did tag it in one video, and I'll probably tag it at the bottom of this video also if I can. I'm not really sure what it's going to be like once I exit the live. But Passkey to the ASVAB, Mr. Andy's book, and the ASVAB Bootcamp. Those are the three things that are going to help you pass this test, that helped me pass the test. And the dictionary.com on your phone. That is what helped me pass this test. And learning your prefix and your root words. That is what helped me. I went from a 28 to a 46, no lie. It did take me from from April to July 31st. That's just how long it took me. I suck at math. I suck at math. So I eventually had to go back and relearn fractions and everything else. Now, a lot of people have asked me, what YouTube people do you use? No, I do not use, I never did use what's his name? Khan Academy. I don't like Khan. Me and Khan don't get along. I don't learn math through him. He was not very good to me. And a lot of people was like, "Oh yeah, use Khan, use Khan." Y'all, if you want to learn math, cool. I was really just trying to pass my Asvab. When I go back to college, I will probably use Khan. Probably not. But anyways, I use this guy. His name is Math Tech. He's a British guy, and if you don't understand Britain, who cares? Because you just trying to learn this math. But he's a British guy, and he taught me 30 seconds how to do fractions. And I teach people this way. When I tutor them, I teach people this way because this is the smart way to me. Um, Tech I think his name is Techmath or something like that. I don't know. I will tag him at the bottom. And there's this other lady. Her name is Mullins something. I asked her to do a video for me, and she did one for me. So I don't know if that was by the grace of God or whatever, but she definitely did a video for me, and it was on like Area or something like that. And she explained it to me. Like even in the video, she was like, I feel like she was directly talking to me. I would definitely recommend her. And there are a couple of other more YouTubers that I would recommend to you. Um, have I found a YouTuber that I watch all the time? No, I haven't, because I like to watch them all, just like how y'all are coming on here and watching me. Yeah, I like to watch everybody because every experience is different. No two people, and there may be two people that have the same like experience, but so far I have not found one person from me and somebody else that has the same experience on passing this test. Everybody is different. Everybody's learning experience is different. Um, but I think I've talked enough. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and start sending them now. Just anything. I mean, if y'all want to know what MOS I'm going in as or whatever, just start writing them so I can answer any questions that y'all have. As far as MOS goes, I think I'm going to do chaplain assistant. If it's available to me. My husband is in as a chaplain assistant. He's currently in basic training right now. I am currently a at-home army wife. It is what it is until I leave in December. He graduates from basic in, I think, 15 days. He left August 15th and he graduates October 26th. I think that's 15 days. Yeah. So we're creeping on the time for him to come back. And again, I'm going to do a video with him. So some of y'all that are getting ready to go to basic training. So some of y'all can know like what he wish he would have done different before he went, what he wish he would have done different while he was there, and just stuff like that. But if y'all have any questions, again, please write them below so we can answer them because somebody else might have the same question as you do. Definitely go and subscribe to my channel. Please share these videos because eventually I am giving away um, to Mr. Free Andy Asvab in November for Thanksgiving, just because it's Thanksgiving. And my goal is to give away about 4 or 5 classes in December. That is the goal. Whether it's going to happen like that, I don't know. But because it's Christmas time and who knows if we'll have money or not. We will. By the grace of God, we're going to have money. But anyways, um I like helping people. I like helping y'all because a lot of y'all have helped me. So I figure why not give back, and why not give back to something that helped me out. Now, whether I give out now, I'm probably gonna do 2 contests coming up in November. I'm going to do one for shares. As many times as you shared my post or like my post, for the most shares and likes, I'm going to do one for that person. And then I'm also going to do one for to see how many I don't know yet. I haven't decided the other one, but I do know that I'm going to give away Mr. Andy books in November. That's more detail coming up in an actual video, or I'll probably do a live. I don't know. I seem like I had a lot of people tune into this live, so that's cool. But if y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will try to answer them as the best way that I know how to. Again, you can email me. At Caledrafoster@yahoo.com. That is on another one of my videos. You just click below and you should see that. I also put Mr. Andy's number down on a couple of the videos. Please feel free to contact him if you have any questions. Please be patient because he's the only person that deals with what he deals with on a daily basis. And not only are y'all contacting him, there's other people in the class that are contacting him. So I just want to say be patient. Be patient on the things that, you know, that you're going through. Be patient through your process. Don't rush anything. If it's not meant for you to go at the moment, do not stress out because there is a reason why you have not left yet. Because there's obviously a reason why I'm not going to leave until December. I'm not sure why, but I mean, I do know why. I know why now because it's a rule that the Army has that two spouses cannot be, um, the spouses cannot be together, um, at the same time in active duty training while there's a child involved. That's cool. I just have to wait. Let me see. Somebody asked a question, just asking, how did you study? Does Mr. Andy cover all four basic subjects? And how did you enroll? Okay, so basically, how did I study? I made a schedule and I followed it. I made a schedule like you know how you get your schedules when you go to high school or middle school or elementary school or whatever, and they say, okay, well you have this class for an hour and 30 minutes, and then you got this class for another hour and 30 minutes. I broke all because I needed the things I needed was mechanical comprehension, paragraph. I needed all four of the basics: paragraph comprehension, math knowledge, word knowledge, and arithmetic and reasoning. But I needed two extras. I needed science and I needed mechanical comprehension. So I broke all, what is that, six subjects down, seven, whatever. I broke them all down like a school schedule. I had seven classes. Basically, that's the way I did it. I had it was six. No, sorry, it's six. I had six classes, and then I took lunch, and then I took dinner, and then I did Mr. Andy's class. That is the way I broke my studying down. So again, just for an example, I went to class from 9 a.m. until about 5. And then, because I took a break, like I took an hour break in between because I get frustrated. I stopped learning. So I had to go step outside and kind of take a breath. And then I would take Mr. Andy's class at night at about 7 o'clock, depending on my schedule. And I also did tutoring. So some tutorings I would do at like 8 o'clock in the morning before I actually studied by myself. Um, that's the way that I studied. Does Mr. Andy cover all four basic subjects? Mr. Andy does cover all four basic subjects. Um, what he does is he concentrates on the arithmetic and reasoning and the math knowledge because those are the hardest for people. Well, they were until they started adding the 60 question word knowledge thing that they got going on. But those were the two main that he really focuses on is math. Now he will tell you exactly how to pass the word knowledge part. And then he also has some stuff on his website, excuse me, that after when you purchase the class, he gives you like a code or whatever to get into his website, and he has paragraph comprehension on there that you can go and study from. But again, to I mean, he really just concentrates on math. um but again, he does break it down for you, and he gives you like, I'll show y'all. He gives you the prefix, and then there are root words. Yeah, but that's all I'm going to show y'all out of his book, because I want y'all to go and buy it, and it be worth looking at once you have received it. But this is what it looks like, and it comes in the mail. He mails it to you. So yeah. And do y'all have any other questions? Anything I did not answer that I need to answer? Anything that y'all want to know about me? Yeah, because this has been a journey for me, and I appreciate you all, and I want to thank you all for who've been praying for me, who have been constantly there for me. And thank you again to all those who have already subscribed and that just write me and give me good affirmations, that just say, oh, we're so, by God sent, you were sent to, I was sent to them. I get that a lot. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about, so we're probably gonna end that here. I'll give y'all a couple more, about a minute to ask me any other questions that y'all have for me. But if you don't have any other questions, thank you so much for tuning in to my live. This is the first time I did this. Do Black people get an educational advantages? What do you mean? What do you, Jake, what do you mean by that? I don't understand what that means. Please break that down for me. Um, I don't understand, Jake. I don't even know if anybody else can see his comments, but please help him, because I don't please help me, because I don't understand what he's saying. So, can I cook or no? No, I can't cook. No, I don't cook. I'm a privileged child, and I only say that because I'm a military brat. So my mom did not teach me how to cook. I cook because for my husband, if that's what you want to know. Doesn't really have anything to do with the Asvab, but okay. Um, any other questions? I'll give y'all a second while I try to figure out if I had any other things that people have asked me that I've answered. Excuse me. Okay, so it doesn't look like anybody else has any other question. Oh, I have no idea, Amber. I don't know. Yeah, Amber's been a faithful follower. She's been here for a long time. um, yeah, I don't know, Amber. I can't. I don't know. I answered the question though. He asked me if I could cook or no. I just being honest. I can't. My husband says I can, but I think he just eats my food, because if he don't eat, then he don't get nothing else. Um, sorry. I got a slight cold. How soon does somebody get shipped after choosing the MOS? Leo, what branch are you going into? Because that also determines your MOS too, by the branch that you go into. Um, for the Army, as soon as you choose the MOS, I've heard people get shipped in 30 days. Leo, what branch are you going into? Again, Army, when you choose your, well, again, as far as getting shipped, I went in August to choose my MOS before I knew that I had to wait, and I was getting shipped off October 31st. That's not my ship date anymore. It's not my ship date. It was a ship date that I had because I guess people don't know the rules to the army that are in the army. I don't know. But usually it takes about a month to 2 months. I'm gonna say a month to 2 months, 30 days. Depending on your job. Depending on when your job is going to be available. That is when they'll ship you off. But yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to sign out of here. Again, share, subscribe, and if y'all have any other questions, please email me or hit me on Facebook. And I will keep y'all updated with my life. And once as soon as I get my computer back to edit these videos, because I've made a lot. I've actually met some of my subscribers. I have a video on that too. And yeah, so, but I'm going to sign out of here. And I will talk to y'all later. Oh, hold on. Okay. Excuse me. I getting over this cold. I had a cold like for the past month. I think it's allergies because all the hurricanes and stuff is coming through. Yeah. Please ask me any other questions. For those, I'll send you a Facebook message. Yeah, Amber, I'm gonna reply. I think. Amber, email me because something wrong with Facebook today. Um, yes, please. Excuse me. Ooh, let me see. Can I write on here? I don't think I can. Um, Amber, please, write me in my email because I'm gonna reply back to all emails today since Mr. Leo then called me out, but it's okay. Calidra, CAL, excuse me, EDRA, Foster, FOSTER at yahoo.com. Again, Calidra, CALEDRA, Foster, FOSTER at yahoo.com. No spaces, all lowercase level, all lowercase. Yes, email me and I will get back to you. Mr. Leo, I do apologize for not, excuse me, for not getting back to you in time. I'm going to go look at your messages now. I'm going to reply now. But thank you all for joining and I will talk to y'all later.